Hey, everybody. Hey, Huli. Hey, M3, honestly. Is that how you say, like, is it M3, honestly? Or do you say, like, me, honestly, or meh, honestly? Just wondering, because, I swear I haven't been drinking yet. Hey, JK Pioneer. Hi, okay, Larry. Happy Saturday night, everybody. Just getting started here. Hi, Leanne Minoka. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I actually showered. I was out in the garden earlier, so thank you. Trying to look my best. Looked kind of disastrous a couple hours ago. So let me just get myself together here a little bit better. Me, honestly. Okay, I have to admit, I was totally like wondering, like, am I saying M3 or is it me? Like, anyway. So I'm glad I did think that, even though I didn't get it right the first time. All right, so let's see here. First off, let me just say to all the dads in the room, happy Father's Day. It's almost time, a few more hours. It'll be Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to everybody. And I know there's a lot of great dads out there, and so hope you guys have an enjoyable day tomorrow. And for those of you who aren't dads, make sure you appreciate your dad you had. Even if they were a crappy dad, they were still your dad. If it wasn't for them, you would not be here. So even crappy dads are still dads. So my dad's pretty awesome, but my dad's a dad, and my dad's a total dad. My dad is a work out in the garage, build stuff, fix things. His name's Jerry, and we always said he jerry-rigged things, and still to this day I call things jerry-rigged because that means basically anything. WD-40, duct tape, if it's put together with anything random that you can find around the house, it's a jerry-rigged object. So love that, and love my dad, and he's taught me to do some really cool things. He's actually here right now. He's in the garage. He is, how would I say that? He is automating a milling machine. Yeah, I have a lathe and a milling machine out in my garage. Both are technically my father's, but because possession is 9/10 of the law, they're actually legally technically mine because they're in my garage. And he's like, you know how I got away with putting that kind of stuff in my garage? He said, it's my inheritance. Yep, so basically, if he keeps his tools here, then when he dies, they're mine, and I don't have to fight my brother for him. I guess that's one way to think about it. All right, but anyway, so happy Father's Day to everybody. Let's see, let's go back through. Who else do we have? Off trail, Jaeger, or yeah, it is Jaeger. It's Jaegermeister. Yeah, now I'm like second guessing all the names I see. Hi, Roberts. Let's see here. Hi, Rusty Nipples. I love saying your name. Let's see here. Minotaur Marino. Hey, what's up? How are you doing? Ah, wow. Haven't seen your name in a while. Let's see here. So I do want to play something, and actually I just realized I don't have it on my laptop, of course. So let me shoot it over to my laptop real fast. I don't know if you guys saw, but Expedition Unknown, in the middle of his last episode, he talked about the chest, finding a chest, and just want to kind of see your opinions, what you might think. Is it, actually, it's not even gonna let me do it to my laptop because I'm streaming right now. Or you know what, hold on. Give it a second. So anyway, I just wanted you guys to look at it and see what you guys think. What are your thoughts on it if you haven't already seen it? So we'll have to do a screen share again, which we know was a whole lot of fun last time when I was trying. So let's see how successful I get it this time. And it's a video, so it might take a little while. But while we're waiting for that to come over, has anybody else seen anything that's kind of stood out to them? I know I had a friend text me last night, a non-treasure hunt friend text me, and she was watching Inside Edition. She's like, oh my God, did you know somebody found the treasure chest? And I'm like, Of course, I know somebody found the treasure chest. So Inside Edition just had something really generic and cheesy on there. But it's definitely a story everywhere. So has anybody seen a story that really stood out to them or maybe contained more information or anything like that? If you did, please be sure to put at Odious Soul or at the Odious Soul into the chat. Anything Odious Soul I will highlight and then I can see it. Also, super chat is on, so if you want to help a sister out, feel free to use that $ symbol in the chat and send me some money, because you know money's good and there's lots of stuff that costs no money. So that's actually my new gardening addiction, which I know how much you guys love my gardening videos. Just joking. Some of you do. Like I get some emails from you guys who are like, oh my gosh, your garden's amazing and I'm so happy you're doing something like that. And then I get other people who are like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to watch any of your gardening videos. So it's just hilarious. Oh, yes, my dear. I'm using it right now, so you can't use it. I'm sorry. So sorry. I stole the charger out of our living room for my iPad and now her tablet's going to die. Boo. Okay, well, anyway, let's see here. Odious Soul. The more I think about it, it might be more profitable to be a miniseries TV show solve rather than a movie. Well, you got to think, like, I doubt like a movie would actually be any good. I mean, are we talking like a nonfiction or we're talking like a fiction? Is it a documentary? Is it like, you know, do we have Brad Pitt out there searching for the treasure instead? So movie, I have a problem, but I could totally see kind of like a Tiger King on Netflix, you know, so because there's so many ways you could take finding this treasure and you could take it in so many different directions. So I could totally see like a 6-episode little thing where you're kind of like starting off or like, you know, learning about Forrest, and then here comes this guy and then he finds a chest and now we have all the drama and the lawsuits. Like it could be a really awesome miniseries. And what's scary is it could really paint the community as being total nut jobs, because there are a lot of nut jobs coming to the surface right now. Some of the emails I'm getting, like, it seems like the longer like we go away from finding the chest, the more crazy people are coming out. And if you emailed me, I'm not calling you crazy, because there's a lot of people who have emailed me this past week or two. But there are some that are just like, somebody put on my YouTube channel as a comment, you know, they don't understand, like, the finder isn't getting anything by not revealing the solve. It's like, yes, the finder has options if they don't reveal the solve, if they don't let Forrest reveal the solve. They have options. If they get the solve out there, then they're kind of trapped. I mean, one, they're trapped illegally. We still do not know how Forrest set up this, if there's any trust or any legal document that gifts it. We don't know the details. We don't know where it was. So we don't know if there's any land ownership questions, or like the national park, if you find something in the national park. A lot of different places like national forests have treasure trove laws. Like there are so many things that we don't know. So we honestly can't judge if the finder could lose something if they just tell us where it was. We don't know. We can't say that. We can't make those assumptions because we do not know. So, but what we do know is that if they don't tell us and they tell Forrest not to say where it was, then they have options for movies and book deals and TV series and all kinds of stuff that can bring extra cash flow in their pocket. And that's all the stuff that I would have done if I found the treasure, not even gonna lie. And I challenge anybody out there who says, oh, they're, you know, like they're not, you know, why aren't they giving us a solve? I challenge them. If you would have found the treasure chest, would you have come out and been like, yo, it was me, and this is where I found it? Would you have done that on day one? I seriously doubt it. And if you did, then maybe you missed out on a huge capitalization of this hunt. And for anybody to say that they weren't in this for money or for something, some kind of financial monetary reward, I'm gonna challenge you on that too. And don't get me wrong, we all enjoyed it. We all had a great time. We all, you know, it filled our souls, beautiful scenery, fresh air. We did walk away with more, you know, we all walked away with something, but we all know we wanted that gold. All right, so let's go back through here real fast. I see my name popping up a lot. Let's see here. Because I can, you're on the road almost to New Mexico, was gonna be boots on the ground, but now just vacation. Well, enjoy your vacation. Definitely make sure you continue to social distance and wear a mask as much as possible when you're around people. Public service announcement. You know, so enjoy, you know, it's one of the things that a lot of people are gonna have to decide whether they're going to stay going or not. The good thing is COVID is a thing, so it's a whole lot easier to cancel stuff right now. So if you do decide that you don't want to go, it's a lot easier to cancel. So that's one plus. You're pretty sure Ready Player One was heavily inspired by the Fenn chase. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up, because I feel like I watched a whole thing on Ready Player One, like the actual making and the story behind it. Because I remember all the hidden Easter eggs. There were so many cool things in Ready Player One. Now I'm probably gonna have to watch it tonight after I'm done streaming with you guys, or maybe tomorrow. I love that movie. And Minotaur, you know the scene in Ready Player One where they're in the anti-gravity dance hall, and like she's got that awesome red dress on, and then he like clicks and the dance floor comes out, and then Staying Alive happens. Well, Steve, my hubby, and me, during our wedding, during the reception, we actually did a choreographed dance, and I changed from my wedding dress into a red dress. Not nearly as scandalous as the one in the movie, but we did Staying Alive, and then we broke it off into other songs. But that's how much we loved that movie, is we actually did an Easter egg in our wedding about it. So yeah, Minotaur says when it comes to finding the chest, Wyoming has taxes that would need to be paid, Montana wouldn't, etc. There's a lot of things that we just don't know. So K-Pro's here. Hey K-Pro, what's up? How are you doing? Welcome to the room. Happy Saturday night. I feel like I should have a beverage. Like I have water, but I feel like I should have like some kind of yummy beverage, you know, adult beverage. We'll see. I'm not coordinated enough as it is. After examining Forrest Fenn's life, I was wanting so bad to know how his mind worked with the clues. Yes, I completely agree. And I am so hoping that in time something does come out where we get to find out those things. Maybe now he'll write it in a book, and then if the finder finally does release, they can, like, you know, signs off, maybe we can have that. Like, I think that's something that I would love to know, that Forrest at least wrote it down and secured it maybe before he would pass away. And then that way, if the finder ever did decide to do something, because they could be working on something now, they might not be, we don't know. So I would love to know that that was there somewhere, and that maybe one day it would come out. Like, it's just like, Forrest, please write it down, and then please give it to the finder. And so that way, when they decide they want to release it and talk about it, it's there, and we have it, and we can go to town on it. Yeah, okay. So let's see here. Excuse me. So it seems consensus is starting to build the pipe cones around the chest are lodgepole. If so, that means New Mexico is likely out, right? Yeah. You know, we just don't know. I know I read something where Sasha had posted on the America Treasure Hunters group how, like, it would have had to have been in New Mexico, and she had logic behind it. You know, right now I'm not going to fall down any more rabbit holes. I'm just going to wait for stuff to come out. Okay, I'm going to try not to fall down any more rabbit holes. I'm just going to wait for stuff to come out. We know how well that's going to go. Let's see here. All right, so wait, I see happy birthdays. Well, happy birthday because I can. Guess what? Today's my husband's birthday too. He's at work right now, which is why we're doing this. He doesn't get home till like 11. So happy birthday, Tony. Let's see here. What is Ready Player One? K-Pro, what planet do you live on? Ready Player One is like the best movie ever. And I know Cal, I know he knows exactly what it is. Like he would have to, because it's like based around video games and really cool stuff. And it has so many Easter eggs. Oh my gosh, K-Pro. Next time you go out to Vegas, or even before that, you have to watch Ready Player One. Best movie ever. Okay, maybe not best movie ever, but definitely top 10 for me. So it's amazing. Let's see here. You're welcome. You know, some of the emails have been pretty great. Just people communicating. Some of them have been from crazy people. But but I was talking to Jody, and you know, she was saying how it just seems like people just miss the community. They miss talking about. They miss having something to talk about. So I figure, well, while I'm lonely and at home, might as well go live and we can talk about what we do have. And I still got to play that clip. So hold on. You know, Leanne, same thing here. Like, I think at first I was devastated, just because I want to know. Like, I'm one of those people, I want to know so bad. But I feel in my soul, we will find out information in time, but it's not going to be anytime soon. And I think this is one of those things where you need to put yourself into the finder's shoes, okay? So let's say you're somebody who wasn't after fame, who was just after, you know, the thrill. You're not looking to be in a movie yourself necessarily, but you found this chest, and maybe he was on the forums. Maybe I mean, we have some people who have said things over the years. We have some very colorful characters in this community. I love you all, but we can be crazy sometimes. So maybe he was just really reluctant to see how the community was, just because of how the community has acted at times in the past. We are amazing. We come together, we raise money, we do great things. And then we also, you know, call each other names and get mad and then do crazy stuff too. So, I mean, we are humans. So if you were in their shoes, and let's say you didn't live in a secure community, let's say you lived in town, in public, let's say you lived in your car, let's say you had no security, let's say you feared that somebody would track you down and show up on your front door and try to steal the chest or kidnap your kid. Like, these are things that, like, you gotta think, like, somebody has threatened Forrest to kidnap his grandchild. Somebody broke into his house, okay, I think with an axe. Like, these are some serious concerns. And for the finder to say, whoa, wait a minute, I don't want my name out there right now, and I don't know if I want people to know where it was yet. I think that's totally legit. And I think the community has talked so much about how a person can capitalize on the chest find, that I find it reasonable that probably in time, because major media outlets already know about this hunt. It's not like it's something that's like some underground thing that nobody ever knew about. It was on the Today Show. It was on Expedition Unknown. I mean, like, gosh, like Inside Edition just ran a thing on it. Like, it is a known treasure hunt all around the world. My YouTube channel has views from, hold on, I was gonna say hundreds of countries, but there aren't even hundreds of countries. Like, there's what, like less than 200 countries in the world, like 190 some. There's like always tens, at least tens. There's always double-digit countries where my views from my channel come from. So this treasure hunt is known. So there is opportunity for them to make money, or do it in a more big blast. And yes, we might have to wait, but you know what? I wait for Star Wars movies to come out. I wait for the next Avengers movie to come out. I can wait to find out where this thing was. It's not like if it wasn't found, I still wouldn't know where it was. So think of it that way. Think of it as just, okay, you are going to know one day. One day you will know. You just gotta wait. You know, you gotta wait for that premiere. It's just hard not knowing when the premiere date is. So anyway, well, Leanne, we can't say that the location belongs to every single one of us, because we don't know where that is, So, I mean, yes, I'm hoping that eventually the location gets revealed and maybe a plaque or something will go there, or even just something to say that, hey, this is where the treasure chest was. Even if they don't release it, if you still want to go searching or something and you find that little plaque, I mean, that would be like, oh, look, I was second place. I mean, I hope they do something. So yes, K-Bro, tell him you got to watch the movie together. I'm sure he's already seen it. Like, I don't see how he couldn't have seen it. I mean, seriously, it's Ready Player One. What? Anyway, I'm reading Minotaur. Okay. The longer this goes on, I haven't seen any. Oh, that's definitely how you likely were supposed to know you had the right warm water salt. Have you seen anything convincing since the find? No, I have not seen anything. I know every time somebody contacts me about what to solve, I'm always hoping it's the finder. And it was so funny because I can't even remember. I was watching Mike and K-Pro's show one night and I watched the recording. I didn't watch it live and I can't remember what night it was, but there was a guy, they were taking calls and there was this guy and I'm like, this could be the finder. Like this guy, the way he's talking, he could be the finder of the chest. And then I was like trying to listen to his voice and I was trying to see if maybe it sounded familiar. And then I was thinking, like would the finder have said this? Would the finder have said that? Would they, it was just, I was sitting there and I'm like, oh my gosh, this could be the guy. I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt the finder would have called in, but maybe they would have. Maybe they really want to get it out there. Maybe they want to help the community, but maybe they're scared. I mean, come on, anything's possible. But no, I haven't seen anything convincing about like that. Definitely, if you had the right warm water salt. That's why I said I wish they would throw the state out soon, sometime soon, or at least rule one state out. Okay, come on, just rule out Colorado already. Just bring it. Just rule out Colorado. Most of us will be happy finally that it's gone. So, all right, okay. So, the state will be released in your opinion. I hope so. I really hope so. That's just let us know the state. That's it. You can't tell us too much from that. We'll all go down rabbit hills. This trust is already found and it's not out there. And that's what I believe because of the evidence shown, in my opinion. But just give us a state. Give us a state. I'll go down rabbit holes. I've already said, if it's in Montana, I will probably go crazy and want more information. But if it's not in Montana, I'll be like, oh, well, then I was never going to get it. So, Minotaur Arena, yeah, if I was the finder, I would totally want to see what people were saying. I would be there being like, oh my gosh. Oh, I definitely can't. I definitely don't want to deal with this group anymore. Let me go over here. Ooh, they're nice. They're saying some good things. Oh, that's a great idea. Maybe I should do that. I wonder if they know an agent I can. Totally. I've heard of Sheepdog's video. I think somebody else mentioned it. I have not. I don't even know who Sheepdog is. And it's one of those things where during the chat, I hear things and I should have a piece of paper to write it down. But I am very ADD and then I totally forget and I move on. So, Leanne, why did I think it was a finder? I think it was just, he wouldn't give his name. I think he even said he was a guy back east. But the way he said it was kind of afraid to say who he was. And then it was just the way he was talking. I don't know, there was just something about it. I would say that I'm very instinctual and stuff, but then again, I didn't find the treasure chest, so I'm not that instinctual. All right, so give me a second while I try to load up this thing and get it to a place where I can share the screen. Again, this comes from the last episode of Expedition Unknown. I believe it came out Friday night. hold on. Not Friday night, Wednesday night. And okay, open this up. And then I'll push pause. Does my face look super serious when I'm thinking? All right, and if I push play here. A few years back. Okay, all right, so got that, got it up. Let's see, share screen. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we're sharing. Okay, so hopefully you guys can hear this. I'm going to pray to God you guys can. If not, I'll have to, what do we got? Built in, leave computer audio, built in, I don't know. Let's just hope this works. If you can't hear it, let me know. I'm pushing play now.
Expedition Unknown went to the southwest to solve a modern-day mystery, the location of Fenn's treasure, hidden by New Mexico art dealer Forrest Fenn. A bronze chest with millions of dollars worth of gold and jewels sat hidden in the Rocky Mountains for over a decade. The only clues to its whereabouts lay in a cryptic poem. I joined some of Fenn's most dogged followers, with only some glorious memories to show for it. Ago, however, Forrest Fenn made a sudden announcement, claiming his treasure had been found. The details are still trickling in, and the alleged winner hasn't identified him or herself. The ultimate proof, of course, is the treasure itself. So until someone shows us a bronze chest full of gold, stay tuned. The saga of Fenn's treasure may not yet be over.
All right, so there's that again. Expedition Unknown, one of our favorite peoples ever. Like, love that show. What was the last one that I saw? I don't watch them all the time. I kind of watch them in and out, and then I get sucked in. And I remember watching, like, when they went and got this secret, like in Boston. I was like, oh my gosh, that was amazing. I was just in Boston right before that was found, and it was like, oh my God, why didn't I think of that? Like you just never know where things are. I thought it was so cool. But anyway, so oh, and Robert, we don't know who he was. He was just a guy that called into the show. Or hold on, did I miss something? Why did I think it was a finder. Knowing the location would be fascinating study of how our brain works. Yes. Even before the finder got home. Okay, anyway, so let's talk about this. So it doesn't sound like he knows who the finder is at all. So the information doesn't seem like it went to him. So what exactly is going to come out? What are they going to say? Just that it was found, and maybe do a recap over what the episode that they did when they went to find Forrest Fenn's treasure? Like, I can't see any new information coming out on this. I wish. Maybe the finder is sitting at home being like, oh, or wouldn't it be cool if they gave us like the state on the show? Yes. Oh God, give us something. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that there could be anything from the show that we don't already know? Or is it just going to be a bunch of information that we already know, just repackaged and put on Expedition Unknown? What do you guys think? And I'm like, and just so you know, like, this Zoom stuff has like a 30-second delay. When I use Zoom, it's a lot longer till it airs. So I'm gonna go look at the chat while I wait for you guys to respond to my questions. Let's see here. Rodney, hey, what's up? Rodney, really, we just started. So I just said, Happy Father's Day to everybody. I just played the clip talking about Forrest Fenn from the recent Expedition Unknown, and I'm just waiting on people in the chat room to put comments of what they think might actually happen. So, or what, the Expedition Unknown might actually show us. I honestly, personally don't think we're going to get any new information off this episode. It doesn't sound like he knows who the finder is. The finder still wants to be anonymous. So maybe, hopefully, somebody will change their mind. I don't know. Maybe they'll give us a little bit. Maybe they were there when Fenn got to see the chest. Wouldn't that be cool? If they, because one of one of his cameramen does live in New Mexico. All right, because he was talking, it was either the end of that show or the end of another show, the show before it. He was talking about like, oh, you were out doing like drone videos in New Mexico where you live. And he lives like in an Adobe style house. So it's possible, like he's got a guy in New Mexico that could go out and do camera work. So it's possible that maybe they were a part of it, that they got to sneak in, possibly. Maybe they have better pictures of the chest than we do. I guess we're gonna have to wait and find out. I don't think that there is an air date yet. I just know we have to like stay tuned. So, okay, what do we got? The state is next, but from Fenn, in my opinion. So K-Pro, do you think Fenn is going to get the finders okay to do state? And why do you think that the state is next and from Fenn? So like, why do you think that? Because I know you're definitely not afraid to ask questions of people. So why do you think that? Let's see here. I want your intel, girl. Give it to me. Yeah, sure. I know the finder's name. The name is not me. Okay. Hey, Jack, how are you doing? I know, it's like, I've been so quiet for so long, and now that the chest is found, I just can't stop talking to you guys. So some of my devices are going to die eventually, so we're not going to be here all night. Okay, I promise you that. Probably, I don't know, we'll stay on until I can't stand it anymore. Oh my goodness. Well, Rodney, it's not the end yet. You're probably halfway through. If everything goes well, we'll be on to like 9:30. As long as my devices stay powered. I mean, that's really what it comes to. I wanted to hurry up and get on because a lot of stuff's been going on. Like I said, my dad's here, and of course my dad's here all the time. But anyway, Father's Day being tomorrow. So I was like, oh, let me get my computer. And then I remembered that I had my sheets were in the washing machine, so I had to put them in the dryer real fast. And next thing you know, it was after 8, and I'm like, we're running out of time. So, wait, what is June 15th? Oh wait, never mind. Boom, boom, that's in the past. That's nothing in the future. You know, Rodney, like myself, I really don't think about it until something, like I see something. So, like I said, people are still emailing me solves and things like that. And I go through them, like, I guess, just quickly, just to kind of see what they are. And some people just need somebody to talk to. Some people are venting. Some people want to make you believe that their solve is the solve, and that they were just a couple days too late. And I will say I was a searcher, you know, who thought their first search was, their first solve was definitely where it had to have been. Like, I was so cocky. You can ask Troy Barlow, man. Like, I was so cocky before I went on my first boots on the ground. So I understand that feeling. But when I see emails or when I see it on TV, like I said, my friend Kim texted me last night, oh my God, Inside Edition, Forrest Fenn's treasure found. Like, yep. So read my star question about 20 comments above this. Star question. Boom, boom, boom. I see a star from Bandit. See that? Okay. In the pics, Starbucks. In the pics, Starbucks coffee. F wearing a starry shirt under a canopy of stars. What are your thoughts on the star solve? I wish this was tequila Minotaur. That's my thoughts on the star solve. And yes, there is green stuff in my drink. It's not make believe. Yeah. No rabbit holes, Minotaur. No rabbit holes. That's all I got to say to that. Let's see here. Now I'm gonna be thinking about stars and how I can play together, and like, did I have anything stars through everything? And I don't think I did. I mean, I'm obsessed with like Orion's belt, but I don't think I ever came across anything constellation-y that would have, had me, but I don't know. Now I'm gonna be like trying to fall asleep tonight and I'm be thinking about stars and this where it could have been that I could have missed. I don't know, but there's a lot of stars in the Rocky Mountains. I mean, I know where I was searching, there's not much light pollution, so there's a lot of stars. Maybe it's just that. I don't know. Anyway, okay. See, I'm already like ADD and stuck on it now. Alan, you said I heard FF was going to the Yellowstone meetup in September. That seems like a decent hint. Where did you hear that from? I'm just curious because I know with COVID, still, I would imagine people would still be kind of concerned. COVID cases are rising. I know my mom just left for Florida on Monday. And when she bought her tickets 2 weeks ago before she left, so it was like almost 3 weeks ago now, the county where my brother lives had 2,100 cases. I just looked now, they're over 5,000 cases. So they're up 50% over last week. Like, it's crazy. So, so some areas are definitely bad. And I know COVID isn't hugely horrible for a lot of people. It's just like you get sick and whatever. But for somebody Fenn's age, that could be very dangerous. So just kind of curious where you had heard that from. And apparently K-Pro wants to know where you heard that from too. All right, so we'll be all over Cynthia's videos looking for that. Well, maybe Fenn would like to, or maybe he'll be up there anyway. He does still have family in the area, and it's a place where we've proven that he's gone back to even after he had hid the chest. He doesn't go there every summer like he did when he was a kid, but he does still travel north, just not as often as he used to. Rodney, I'm looking at your comment about the times. So it's funny, Wyoming, the museum over there, my brain's having a somewhere in Wyoming, there's this like yearly roundup, and Forrest always usually donates an item to be auctioned off. And I don't know why the details of this are escaping my brain, but if you did any research in Wyoming, you probably know this. So Forrest would go up there all the time. He was actually in a tourist video supporting the roundup for 1 year. You could see him from previous years in the videos, him and Peggy. So I did ask him, I emailed him once, when was the last time you attended one of the roundups? And his email back was something along the lines of, I can't quite recall, why does it matter? And I'm like, I don't know if it matters, that's why I'm asking you. So, and I think I don't think he answered any more emails back in that email chain. He was like, I don't remember, it was important. So when he said it wasn't important, I figured, well, maybe that wasn't when he had hid the chest. But I mean, he did go up there a lot. So there's somebody else who I don't see in the chat tonight, who lives out there, and said that he does remember seeing Forrest and Peggy. What was it, Sheep's Creek, like that trail. And that was somewhere probably in June of 2010, which, is kind of around the time where we're assuming that it got hid. So, yeah, or at least it's a person who he's pretty darn sure was Forrest and Peggy. So, but still, so we have evidence. Like, I've been able to track him to certain places. And I actually have a document someplace. I'm not going to try to find it right now, but I have a document that has timelines of everything where I can say that Forrest was up north on this date and this time, or was not up north this day and this time, because I was trying to lock it in, so. Oh, okay. Ellen, he's not going. He's just buying drinks. Well, well, okay. Yeah, I guess he doesn't have to be there to buy drinks, right? Yeah, like that was the thing. Like I think with COVID, I mean, now, I mean, Forrest would always leave Peggy in the past. I mean, I know nowadays things are a little different, you know, but still, I mean, I just didn't think COVID. Of course, you know what? I know not a lot. I know a few older people who just don't care. They're like, oh, if I get it and I die, I get it and I die. I've lived a nice life anyway. So, but I don't know. It just like right now, everybody seems to be all over the place. Nobody knows what to believe. I know my husband works for a hospital, so he texted me today that saying that a mother, a father, and their child all came in with COVID today, and like he's like, oh, I am this optimistic, positive, like whoop whoop, like everything happens for a reason, you know, like just glow, spirit, great aura. He's Mr. Negative and only focuses on the bad stuff and can't really see anything good and blah, look, there's 3 new cases in this hospital. Like, okay, well, there's like millions of people in the state without it. So like, you know, I mean, yeah, so we're hilarious to watch. Half the time it looks like we're fighting, but really we're just pushing each other's energy onto each other in a very fun way. All right, what else we got in there? All right, so what else do you guys want to talk about? You guys really didn't say anything about this Expedition Unknown teaser trailer, not that I could see anyway, so I guess nobody really cares about it, which is fine. I just wanted to throw it out there. Let's see here. You know, Minotaur, I'd never even heard of Polaris, Montana, so I'm like, I'm gonna have to like search where that even is. Mary Green's here. Hi, Mary. How are you? Like, you're like when I think of Mary Green, I think of like the sweetest woman in the whole wide world. I mean, like, I just see your name and like I have like this, like, I don't know, it's something just washes over me. It's just your name just calms me, you know. I could meditate to your name. All right. By the way, I'm still the LS. Jack, what is LS? Why am my brain's not connecting? Remember, I'm a space case, an ADD and everything else. Honestly, I'm still the LS. LS. Last survivor? I don't know. You gotta tell me what LS stands for. There's a drink app on phone. What? Wait, hold on, huh? I want to know what that is. What is a drink app on the phone, Mary? And Laurie James is here too. You're another one. You're another calming soul. Like Mary and Laurie, like I love you ladies. Like you always make me feel amazing and special. And you've always been so encouraging. And so I'm so happy you're both here tonight. Thank you. All right. Let's see here. All right, so if I found it, Minotaur is saying, if hypothetically, if I found it, walk through what you would do over the next 10 days. Okay, so if I found it, I would have found it in Montana. And therefore I would have had a rental car. And you can't drive a rental car from Montana to Maryland. You can't take it and cross over the Mississippi River. So what I would have done is I would have gotten a train ticket. I would have returned the rental car and I would have gotten a train ticket. I would have gone on my Southwest website and canceled my flights and got one of those cute little travel vouchers. But I would have taken a train back here to the East Coast with the chest in my possession the whole time. Probably would have gotten one of those like cabin cars so we could sleep. But that's how we would have gotten back to the East Coast, and I would have had the treasure with me the whole time. But that's depending on what that extra thing was in the chest. So if the chest had contained a trust and said that we did have to go like to New Mexico to sign like something, or we had to sign some kind of documents, then of course that would change. But if I had to cross over the Mississippi to get home with it, train all the way. Not going to go through an airport, not going to take a rental car. It was going to be a train. Plus, do you know how spastic I would be if I found the treasure chest? Like you would not want me driving. And then God forbid if you get pulled over in a small town. Like, I mean, okay, so I respect police officers. I know there's a lot of crap going on out there. But I also know the cops in my area, and I know that there's some small towns, and if they see a stranger coming through, like yeah, maybe it's all like movie and like Deliverance style, like I don't know, but I wouldn't want to be speeding, because I am a speeder. I have a lead foot, and I mean, I remember going like 120 miles through Iowa, but then again, just for this record, Iowa has things where speed limit begins 40 miles an hour, and then it goes 40 miles an hour ends. And then it's like, well, how fast can I go? And I was assuming there was no speed limit, but I'm just leery of police. So I'm very respectful to police. I respect their authority completely, but I also don't want to put myself in a situation where I have $1 million of treasure in my trunk that a police officer happens to find on a dark, back road. Not that I'd be traveling on back roads across country, but still, you get my point. Train, so much safer. I can't get pulled over for speeding. I can't like swerve because I'm tired. Like, it would just be safer. I could sit there, I could plan, I could make phone calls to attorneys, to lawyers, to accountants. It would just be easier. That was kind of like my plan. I was really hoping that the extra thing in the chest was a trust, kind of signing it over to me. But the people I would have contacted immediately would be a lawyer. I would have gotten a personal lawyer, and I would have gotten a personal accountant to kind of help me with the next steps, and probably would have gotten the chest appraised and then insured. And then from there, started looking at how I can capitalize and monopolize on this. Yes, I would have let Forrest know once I got the chest to a safe location. So hypothetically, if there was nothing saying I had to go to New Mexico to Forrest Fenn, we would have waited till we got back here, got it in a safety deposit box, had it locked up, and then we would have contacted Fenn. If it said I had to go to New Mexico for whatever reason to sign papers, then I guess that changes things, and that would change things completely. And I would have, had to let Fenn know a lot sooner, or when I got to town, and then hope that he was there or the lawyer was there. So definitely like you have, like, I think with what happened with seeing Fenn with the chest, since it's been found, it kind of changes what I thought I would have done. It's like, now it's like that what if, like, what was that item? Why did the finder go to New Mexico? We assume he went to New Mexico, because we don't assume that Forrest would have been traveling out of New Mexico with COVID and at his age. So we're assuming the finder went to Fenn. But what would have made him do that? But anyway, but yeah, I totally would have tried to get him to Today Show, movie deal, whatever we could do. I think what we had hoped for was kind of announcing to the world that we found it on the Today Show. So if we could have somehow figured out, like on our train ride home, how to get to New York, like when we originally announced it, could we get on the Today Show in the next 24 hours? That would have been the best thing, to kind of like just pop on there and be like, hey, we found it. You can't see it, it's in a safe place, but we found it. Like, that was kind of like our dream, so. All right, so let's go through here. Jack, really think about this. If you would have found it, would you tell where? Think about the consequences of that. So yeah, Jack, yeah, I completely agree. I would not have originally told, like, not soon. So I would have said we found it, and like I'm in a position where I want to know the state so bad. So I would say that, oh, I would totally said the state. But honestly, the first thing I would have made sure is with the lawyer and the accountant, I would have made sure that there was no question the chest was mine. That's number one. So like all of these stupid lawsuits that are out there right now, I feel like they truly have to get cleared up before the solve can come out. Okay. That's just my opinion. Because if you think about it, people are suing for the solve, they're suing for the chest, they're suing for information, like they're suing for all kinds of stupid shit. So until these lawsuits get thrown out or cleared up in one way or another, we probably won't know where it was. I would totally make sure, no matter what, that where I found it, I could legally keep it. And there was no question about that before I told anybody where it was. I am a person that would probably give out like little things here and there. I would probably do I would probably give out Easter eggs that nobody would pick up on. I would probably let the state slip to somebody. Like I would have, like, I know damn well K-Pro would have got the state out of me. She could have totally have gotten the state out of me. Like, even if I didn't want to tell her, I know, like, she's magical like that. Like she's got like this sweetness about her. She would have totally been able to get the state out of me. I can just imagine that conversation and us both laughing and me like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. So yeah. And then maybe after a few months, even if if the lawsuits were still there and there was still crap, then I might let like where warm waters halts slip, you know, but it would not have been right away. There's no way, not right away at all. All right. All right, well, I love seeing so much going on in the chat. You guys seem so happy in there. Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. You can make so much money off of this, and that's the thing. Like book deals, yeah, you can sell the chest, but you could also do museum tours and everything else. And here's the thing: if you could actually work it out to make enough on the movie, the book, and all that, then you could give the chest away to a museum, and that would then become a tax write-off that you could use on the proceeds that you just got from the movie and the book. So there are ways of doing all kinds of strange, fun things, but it just depends on what kind of deals they're able to work out. But the good thing is right now, not only do you have a gazillion networks on cable TV, you also have Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime. Like you have all these private companies that are doing shows. So I don't want to say it's so easy, but it's so much easier to get something made. The question is can you get paid enough for it? That really was what it comes down to. All right. Rodney says, didn't you say a few minutes back that even Forrest doesn't know who the finder is? Then that means that the finder had to turn the chest into somebody. No, I did not say that myself. If I did, I didn't mean it. Josh Gates, the guy from Expedition Unknown, according to the teaser trailer that we just watched, he does not know who the finder is. I believe Forrest does know who, because this guy has emailed Forrest. Last time apparently was back in 2018, before the recent communication. So I do believe Forrest knows who it is, but doesn't know the person personally. He only knows him from an email or two in the past, couple of years ago, but doesn't know him. Like I would say Forrest knows who I am. We've never met face to face, but we have corresponded a little bit. He's emailed me without me having to email him about things. To me, that makes it seem like he knows me. He knows, my daughter passed away. He knows I got married. Like, he knows things about me. And, and I have like, he's mailed me a personal note before, for condolences and stuff. So he knows who I am. But there's thousands of searchers out there where maybe he only knows them or knew them by an email address or by their solve or whatever. So I have a feeling it's something along those lines where he knows him, but he doesn't know him. Hold on, we have a stepdaughter who needs something. Yes, ma'am, what can I do for you today?
Have a snack.
What would you like for a snack?
A snack.
All right, we'll go for a snack. You want a candy cane? I know you do. Yeah, we still have candy canes. I know, it's like June, but candy canes don't go bad. Just sugar, lots and lots of crappy sugar. Yeah, Rodney, I think you were just coming on right after we played that Expedition Unknown clip. So that's probably why you misunderstood. Because I completely meant that Josh Gates, guy from Expedition Unknown, it doesn't sound like he knows who the finder is, but I do believe that Fenn knows who the finder is. All right. Well, guys, listen, I'm going to start wrapping it up. We've been on here for a little while now. Thank you for hanging out with me on this Saturday night. I know none of you really care, but I did do a video of my garden again. So you should see a garden video come out tomorrow. Just kind of like a little garden tour so you can watch how my garden grows. And yeah, you could totally laugh at me because I get excited. About my garden. Besides, it's something better to think about, like watching. It's so awesome to watch something grow instead of listening to all this hate that's in the media and the news right now. So yeah, well, Minotaur, like the problem is no, I don't eat sugar. Like I went on a sugar-free diet right before COVID hit. So talk about something crazy. I went on a sugar-free keto diet, I think mid-February, and then COVID hits. So I can't have sugar. I can't drink alcohol. It was like a 6-week challenge. So no alcohol, no sugar, no bread, and COVID hits. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I couldn't buy fresh produce for a couple weeks. Like, it was rough. I mean, I'm so glad I didn't kill myself or my family during that time period. But anyway, I don't know if you heard her, but McKenna just said, that's true. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I quit nicotine because I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but I used to suck on little nicotine mints. Quit smoking years ago, but the nicotine mints I was highly addicted to. So I quit them too at the same time. So no nicotine, no sugar, no carbs. I'm on a low carb, high fat diet. So I can have my alcohol now, which I'll probably get right when I hang up. But anyway, thank you guys. Thank you so much, everybody. Happy Father's Day to everybody and happy birthday. I know there's some birthdays out there. Oh, Rodney, you're deployed. Wow, where are you at? I'm sorry. Wait, is today your birthday, Rodney, or is tomorrow your birthday? Because I think, what was it? Because I can. I think you said it was your birthday. And today's my husband's birthday. And it's also my daughter's boyfriend's birthday. So happy birthday, everybody. All right. Hi, Captain Marvel. You're catching us right as we're saying goodbye. So sorry, but bye, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. Cheers. Have a couple of drinks for me. Take care. Bye.